Well, hello dear viewers, this is Wolf, and welcome to Level Up Reviews. Today we shall review a spin-off game, Worlds of Ultima Savage Empire. Let's jam! Last time I reviewed Ultima 6, The False Prophet. It is a truly great game, and it still holds up really well even today. So, in attempt to save money on release and design time, Origin released another game with Ultima 6 engine, Worlds of Ultima The Savage Empire. It came out same year as Ultima 6, in 1990. There was also a Japanese exclusive release for Super Famicom in 1993. There was a plan to port this release on SNES as well, but unfortunately for console lovers, it got cancelled. Well, honestly, it's not a great loss, because the engine of the game on Famicom is different, and if you ask me, very bad. It's not a big loss at all. Savage Empire is a really fun game. Story of the game, while a bit convoluted in some parts, is still pretty well interwoven within the Ultima games. Especially Ultima 6. After which, Avatar gets Orb of the Moon, which allows him to travel into different worlds. At the start of the game, Lord British senses disturbance in the world, and of course he sends his champion, the Avatar, to find out what is happening. After enlisting a help from a scientist, Rafkin, you travel to a world of Eden, where once lived an advanced race called Kotal, who have transported different tribes from Earth's different places and timelines to the world of Eden to be their servants. Pretty interesting setup, I have to say. Traditionally, you get the map of Eden and manual in the box. Savage Empire had a plenty of good reception for a spin-off game. The Game Player's PC Strategy Guide even gave 1990's Best PC Fantasy Role-Playing Game award to this game. As you guessed it, Savage Empire takes place in the jungle-like atmosphere. The writer of the game is Aaron Alston, known for his Star Wars novels. The designer of the game, Steve Beeman, and composers George Sanger and Barry Leach did a great job to immerse you into the game. By the way, it is interesting that most of the game's Origin design has something to do with Richard Garriott's interests. In fact, he did travel to Amazon rainforest in the early 90s and wound up stranded there with a group, running out of resources, unable to use boat because of the drought. Man, Richard Garriott has one of the most interesting lives. I'm surprised Origin did not make boxing game, because Richard boxed. He even assisted Jesus El Matador Chavez when he won Super Featherweight title. You see, they trained in the same gym. If any of you are interested about this stuff, it's in Richard's book, Explore, Create. And just to warn you, I'm not advertising, it's just a recommendation, it's really interesting and I'm just sharing with you. As I said earlier, you get transported into a new world completely different from Britannia. There is no character creation, you just name yourself and answer a couple of questions of the village shaman. When Avatar arrives at Eden, him and his companions are attacked by pterodactyl. Yes, there are some dinosaurs in this world as well. I don't know why Kotal transported them in here, but hey, a beautiful tribeswoman saves you. Her name is Ayala. But before you can put your moves on her, you immediately get attacked by Dardan the Huge. Very friendly world. Dardan knocks you out and kidnaps Ayala. So we need to save her and unite our party members. Pretty soon Avatar finds Rafkin, who will teach you how to craft things like shotguns and grenades. Crafting system in this game is awesome and really fun to use. After saving Ayala, you get a twist. Of course, what Ultima game would it be without a twist? You will find out that the real problem are Myrmidax, the human-sized ants. So you need to unite the tribes and kill the Myrmidax queen. Tribes and their quests are funnest part of the game, especially the Disquiki tribe quest. I mean, come on, how many times in the game you get passed out drunk, knock out a T-Rex, and hang a bell on him? This is awesome. There are also tribe of Neanderthals in the cave, and tribe of lizard people, who are actually Kotal, who have seriously regressed. You get companions from these tribes as well. There are 10 companions in total in this game, but you can only have 7 at a time. By the way, I think you have noticed that I have not spoken about mechanics and battle system of this game. And that is because it is using Ultima 6 engine, so if you're interested, just watch my Ultima 6 review. And also, be very careful, there's some game-breaking bugs in here, and you don't want to start the entire game from the start, right? So, let's try to persuade our Nahuatl, a tribe based on Aztec culture. They're most advanced here, and they use obsidian sword and armor. Aztecs were actually capable of crafting metal tools, jewelry, and even weapons, but obsidian was so readily available and easy to craft, they just stuck with it. But things will not go your way at Nahuatl village. King of Nahuatl is a pretender and the usurper. By the way, it is interesting that as soon as you find some traces of civilizations, quote unquote, you immediately find a usurper. And there is no point of attacking him. He has a protective force field around him. And so does his shaman, who appears to be Dr. Spectre, Dr. Rafkin's friend, who is by the way based on Warren Spector, producer of this game. Real King is in Disquique village, who will help you if you will get his throne back. So you will need to go to the underworld city of Kotal and destroy the generator that powers the force field around the pretender. After doing this, Spectre joins you. Apparently, radiation from the force field drove him mad, and now he seriously regrets everything he has done and wants to fix everything. He was on some sort of a digs, and he discovered Black Moon Gate that led him into this world. Well, long story short, Myrmidex are about to destroy the world, so they need to be stopped. Avatar gathers up the tribes at the Drum Hill and assaults Myrmidex, killing their queen and saving yet another world. Savage Empire is not a very deep game, but it's a lot of fun. The story, while a bit convoluted, still understandable and enjoyable. And as I said before, the game is free, so you will not lose anything, even if you will not like the game. I will strongly recommend you to play it. And also, I'm very happy to explore a new world. After playing last 3 games in Britannia, quite frankly, it got a little boring. But do not worry about it. We're not done with Worlds of Ultima. And shout out to my new subscriber, Chris6741. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you very much.